Today we are sitting with Mark Kitowski. Mark runs his own boutique brokerage in Stevens Point area and is currently the #1 listing agent in the city of Stevens Point. He averages just shy of 10 listings per month and just under $2 million a month in production. With 80% of his transactions being listings, Mark has grown successfully from his strong belief and power of helping other people, helping his community. And today we get time to sit down with Mark, and thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
You have an interesting story. What got you into real estate in the beginning? Let's start from that.
I've always had somewhat of an interest in real estate.
Okay.
That's why I got licensed back in 2003. I mostly got licensed because I had a dream of owning a certain type of property that I wanted to plant trees and do different things on.
Okay.
And it took me a long time, but I was able to purchase that property. It was a great accomplishment, and I thought, I've always loved real estate. This worked out great. I think I can help people the same way I was able to help myself.
Sure.
So I decided, I want to help people, and I love getting out there, and I thought I'd give it a shot.
So were you an agent at that point?
No.
Okay.
I just had a license.
You had your license, you went and bought, is it like a farm?
Yep, a farm.
So that was your dream. You wanted to own a farm, plant a bunch of trees, and that was kind of your intro into real estate.
That was it.
That was it. And you said, I kind of like this. Is that what? And then you said I could help other people, and
I was looking for real estate through a ton of different avenues. This was quite a while ago, so I thought, I put together this, method of searching for real estate for myself, and I thought I could just use the same thing I've developed and put somebody else here and help them accomplish their dream.
The same thing. Awesome.
Yep.
All right, so Mark, you have deep ties in your community. You're very involved in the community. You always have been, it sounds like, you and your family. And then customer service, you said that before while we were just talking, you said very active in the community, and then when we do get business, we take really good care of them. And then word spreads, and then I'm assuming a high volume of your business is referrals. Is that safe to say?
Yeah. You have to take care of people when they're looking to you to do a good job for them, and that's critical. So our mission statement is to provide the ultimate real estate experience to our clients, and we take that to the highest level of everything, and I think the way I accomplish that is, in simple terms, I do what they need to know before they even ask.
Perfect.
Okay. So that's what we do with our brokerage and with our clients. Is part of our success, though, I can't take credit for. It has to come from our family, the businesses that have been done prior, the good reputation that they've had, and all the different things that we've done in our community and with business before me.
Yeah.
So I got to give credit to Grandpa and my parents and my uncles and all of our family. I think this is truly more of a family thing than anything, and we know a lot of people in our area, and I think that the good reputation and the way we've treated people in the past, it's all growing our success.
Yeah, that you still have it. We're still a relationship business, right? Like some people with the real estate business think that the agent's going to go away, and I just don't believe it at all because of what you just said right there. Your relationship that you have with your customers, your buyers, your sellers, that's what takes you that's what they need in the transaction. And like you said earlier, I'm gonna see if I phrase it right. You said customer experience, the customer service for you is you guys try to get done what needs to get done before they ever even know that they need it.
Right. So if something, basically part of a transaction, let's just put it right into real estate terms, if they need to get a home inspector, I want to send them the list of home inspectors with a recommendation before they ask for it.
Perfect.
And it goes on and on to every different aspect of the transaction, of the experience.
Perfect.
That's what our mission is with all of our clients.
Perfect. I love that. Tell me about your first year in real estate. Now, I don't think you've ever actually officially always been in real estate, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But tell me about from the time you bought your farm. Did you plant all your trees you wanted?
Yep.
Okay.
Got 10,000 trees planted.
Oh my gosh! So you got your trees, and then tell me about kind of. You said, you know what? I like this. I'm going to start doing it. Tell me about that first year. What did that look like for you?
So I was in school actually when I decided to go into real estate, and I wanted to finish my degree first. So I finished my degree, then I interviewed at First Weber, and they said, sure, come on board, do your thing. So I was working with First Weber, and I was there, a year, and I was, doing some sales finally, getting some things up, and it was a good year. I learned a lot. It was a reasonably good experience overall. I needed kind of some of the guidance and some of the help that they provided me, and I was growing rather quickly, and I needed a lot really quick, and I think it just wasn't set up for that for me. I think that it was the typical brokerage model of, hey, you're an independent agent, you can set yourself up and do whatever you want to do, just do it. But it was really difficult under kind of the umbrella of what kind of a big corporation does, and I wanted to do things unique. Yeah. So I realized that it was nothing bad. It just needed to change in order to not limit my growth. I needed to get good people with me, and there was a lot of things that needed to take place for that to happen. So once I realized that, I needed to make a change in order to not limit my growth, I just decided to be independent, which I think was kind of unique at the time when I was about, almost 5 years ago when I decided to do that. And I don't think there were as many kind of independent going, where now there are a lot of people that seem to be doing more independent things as brokers. But started really slow. Once you got, it's a lot of work to do that part of it. And so after that first year, I felt evaluating it, I knew I could grow, I knew I could get clients, I knew I could do the ultimate real estate experience for people, but I had to go into a different platform to do that for myself.
So you launched out on your own. You've grown to about 20 associates now?
Yep.
Okay, so you got 20 associates. You guys will do rough volume. What do you think?
75 million
75
this year.
million? Awesome. Totally great. So how do you attract people to your business? What gets you? Let's just talk with your associates. Why do they want to come do business with you? Is that part of that family name that?
I think that people come to work with us because they see the difference even in our listings. They hear about it. They know that this is different than the same old model of just being independent, like things we do differently in our office, with the community involvement, all the different things that we do that we really focus on, that we really push out in our community. I think they see that. And I think that that's also, if you look at the group of people that we have, we've only got 2 or 3 people that are in real estate. All of the rest were in a different industry or they were doing something different. They came and talked with me, and I said, we can do this together. Yep. Let's do it. Let's team up. Yeah. And we worked with them and trained them, and now they're very successful agents, under our platform of what we offer them. Sure. And a lot of people just naturally, came to us and said, hey, is there opportunities with you guys? Yeah. We like what you guys are doing. We love seeing what you're doing out there. Sure. Can I be part of it? Yeah.
They're attracted to your vision and what you think are going on.
Exactly. It just pulled people in.
Sure. So you, this actually shocked me. I didn't realize you were working that many hours. You're still a full-time firefighter. Yeah. You do 56 hours a week?
That's correct.
Okay, so your part-time job is almost 1.5 times most people's full-time jobs.
Right.
And then you still manage to list just under 10 houses and $2 million per month in real estate.
Yep.
All right. Tell me, how does that tell me about your life balance. Tell me about how do you juggle that? What the heck inspired you to do that?
It is a lot, and I think that what you have to realize, and most people out there that are working and that busy, you have to have good people with you. Okay. And we've got a great staff, and they help facilitate all of the listings. I have a listing coordinator, make sure everything is dotted. I put together nice processes, they're followed. You got to have good people. Right. Whether I was working another job or not working another job, it doesn't matter. You got to have the right people. I've been so fortunate to get really great people that it's really put together our team.
Awesome. And that when you have that really good system, I'm assuming that's what gets you your really good customer service. I'd asked you this earlier, but like the top 1 or 2 points that makes you different is what it sounded like was customer service and your community involvement. But does your office do you have your entire culture of your organization? I'm assuming follows that. Do you guys do they try to do things for their customers just like you do with yours? Like, do you have that through to your associates and your team?
Yeah, the people that are my assistants per se, they work for everybody on our team. So those people are getting the same service. They're able to utilize the same people that I'm utilizing to help my clients specifically. It's spread throughout our team and our organization.
Awesome. So they can latch onto your systems and models that are working for you, and that helps contribute to their success.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Tell me about community events. Do you hold any community events? Is there anything special that you make sure you do every year? Is there anything that you use for yourself to get business?
Yeah, there's a few things, and I don't necessarily know for sure that it drives us business, but I think it helps us accomplish kind of our goals and get us out there in the community and people see what we're doing. And the biggest event that we do is every October, every one of our listings, we change out our normal signs and we put on a pink version of our sign, and they're bright pink.
I remember that.
And everybody sees them. They're really eye-popping. And what we're doing behind the sign is 10% of all of our listings that we bring in that month, the gross commission that's paid to us, we donate to a fund to help fight breast cancer. And then any accepted offer with a buyer during the month of October, we also take 10% of those commissions and we give it. In the past, we've done the Angel Fund at St. Michael's, been very happy with them. I think that the dollar amount's close to $30,000 that we've given to them over the last few years.
Nice job.
So that's been awesome. That's a great event for us. People talk about it quite a bit because obviously they see the pink sign. Like, oh, look at that pink sign. So
I like that.
It's really a great way to drive people's minds to go, oh, look at all these signs all over. So it's a good idea. It's a great way to help our community and be active in it, and it's a great cause. Yeah,
I love that. It must send a ripple through your market when all of a sudden all the signs change. And everyone's like, well, what the heck?
Yeah,
they're talking about your company, and they're talking about a great cause, helping other people. Like I love that impact that has.
Yep, and then on top of that, we do other little events. We have an event coordinator that kind of helps come up with ideas.
Okay.
And we recently did one where we did a teacher video on Facebook, and we said nominate your favorite teacher, and every teacher that was nominated received a gift card from us. Nice. And we actually had 2 big winners, and they got a big package and basket full of different school supplies for the kids, and plus like a $200 gift card to help them with supplies. So those are just little things that we do. Some of them are more thought out, some aren't. We try to do at least one customer appreciation event a year. We just have a tent at our office and invite everybody and get food catered in, and just everybody invite your clients to it. We have some agents that say, hey, I want to do my own thing. Great, we support that and help them run their own events too.
So go back. I would like to go back to the teacher thing. Was that a Facebook thing? You would put on your Facebook, hey, nominate your favorite teacher on this comment or whatever. Upload a video about why they're so great, and then there was a drawing for those.
Yep. So we actually just said literally type in the comments your favorite teacher.
I love that. That's
and
great.
So everybody was in there commenting. We had, I don't know exactly how many, maybe 130 or 150 teachers that were nominated.
Yeah.
And we put all them into a basket. We pulled 2 names, and then those were our 2 bigger winners. But then as a surprise to everybody, we didn't tell everybody. We just said, oh, we're going to pick 2 winners. But we actually gave a $25 gift card to everybody, no matter who they were. As long as they were nominated as their favorite teacher, we sent them a gift card.
Sure, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's super cool. Way to be involved in your community. And what I love about that, nothing to do with real estate.
Nothing.
And you got everybody talking about you. That's great.
Yeah,
that's so good. All right, so follow up. How would you rate your follow up? Do you feel like you guys do a great job on that after the attendances, or?
So we have it systemized. It's not perfect.
Sure.
Real estate's not perfect. So are we perfect? No, we're working on it.
Yeah.
I call it progress, not perfection.
Yeah.
We have a lead tracker system where we put in our leads in there, and we have a contact management system. It's all systems. You've got to get it systematized so you take that lead, they're not forgotten about, and you do the right follow-up with them.
Right.
So specifically, like I say, we use a lead tracker, put them in the lead tracker, put them in a contact management system.
Sure.
And then we continue to follow up with them.
Work with them after that. They, you said systems quite a few times yet today. Like, would you say that's kind of like another piece of your driving success? Is you have a lot of things from the time you take a listing to the list that maybe a listing coordinator follows or someone on your staff follows, because I'm assuming you don't put it in the MLS, you don't take all the pictures, you do all the same. I'm assuming you have that kind of like boxed out of what you like done. Would you say that that's one of the reasons that you've been able to do as much business as you have?
Yeah, if you can systemize it, and this goes for I think almost any business type or business model, and you can have someone repeat the systems that you set up, I think that drives success.
What I love about that is it also sounds like it keeps your customer service really high.
Yep.
The more dialed that is, you know what to expect that your customers are experiencing, and as long as it's being followed, you just have to inspect it then.
Yep.
That's great. Tell me about goals. Do you go set goals? Are you a goals person?
We set goals.
Okay.
Absolutely. Every month we're gonna set goals. Like in the month of November, we sit down, we talk about it. What are your goals? We set goals as a team. So speaking of community events, we are going to do 4 community events next year as a group. So everybody's going to show up.
Sure.
And I think that's going to be really a neat thing for next year. We make changes, and we do set goals such as like the number of sides that we want to do, and help make sure that the agents are accomplishing their goals.
That's great. Very good. And do you set that with everyone, all 20 of your associates, or just the ones that want to?
All of them.
You sit down
everybody.
with them? And do you sit one-on-one with them, or do you just ask them to submit it to you?
No, we actually go through, we have got like a whole sheet, and there's a lot of stuff that we go through with them. Like once a year, I think it's important just to talk with them. What are your biggest roadblocks? What do you see yourself doing 5 years from now, 3 years from now, 1 year from now? What are your long-term goals? So myself, it's a little bit different, I think, than a lot of people, is I want to help them accomplish their goals.
Sure.
And if they say, I want to do this, this, and this, I want to make sure they're on the path of that and help them get to where they need to be.
Awesome. Do you? Let me ask you this: What's one of your favorite scripts, or a script you use a lot? Maybe it's not even a script, but it's just something that you use when you're taking a listing, like a common objection. Let's say they say, "I want to wait to list." Like, what's one of your favorite go-to scripts or things that you kind of say in that situation?
If I have a listing, I'm just trying to think of the best one that I can come up with for a script. What I usually tell people, and I just say, this is what I would do if it was my house. This is how I would treat it if it was my property, and this is what I would do. And sometimes that means that I would tell them to wait to list.
Sure.
Okay, so if you do the right thing, it usually ends up being the best. And then I try to back that up with data.
Yeah. Sure.
So.
About why you believe that.
Yeah, why I believe that, or why you should do that. I think that there's some really great ways, I think, to work with your listing people, and it's not even scripting. It's just little things such as when is the best time for the photographer to come, and they usually say, well, next week would work for us, and then it's like, okay, great, we're going to be working together, type of thing.
Okay.
There's obviously very common objections to commission, and then I usually ask them, what are your financial goals? Why is the commission in such an objection to you? And I like to explain to them what they all get as far as
for that.
Yeah, and I sometimes change terminology a little bit. I say, well, it's a professional service fee, and that's not only me, that's our listing coordinator, that's our closing coordinator, that's our office, that's what you get. It isn't just one person, there's much more to it.
Sure.
And I say that's a value add, compared to, the old model of you get one person.
Yep.
I think it's better when you get people that are specialized.
Sure. So you're taking the focus off of it just going into your pocket, and you're
Absolutely.
saying, well, here's everywhere that goes.
Yep.
And why it's so important.
Yep.
Why
and
it's so
true.
important. Great, I love that. So you specifically put yourself in that, again, customer service. You put yourself in your customer's shoes. You tell them exactly what you would do if it was yours. Like if it was your house, I think I'm repeating what you were saying is that's kind of, you try to imagine yourself in their shoes. You treat them the way you'd want to be treated and the way you'd want your home treated. And I think that leads to a lot of your success. All right, Mark, so how about somebody coming into the business, new agent, jumping in this field, give me some advice. Like what advice would you give them if they're sitting in front of you?
All right, brand new agent starting out.
Yeah.
Get on a team to start with. There are a lot of teams out there now. Get on one that suits you best. They've got tons of resources, and it's really going to help jumpstart your career. To be able to be mentored and trained by someone that's doing well, has the success, you can learn from their success, maybe tweak or change things a little bit, and then if you want to do your own thing, you can. But I think starting on a team, it instantly gives you all the resources that you need to be successful.
Sure, kind of cuts your head in the line.
Absolutely.
You get to learn.
Like I say, if you were to come onto our team, you instantly have your assistant, you instantly have a listing coordinator, you instantly have a closing coordinator. You have all of these things that are all of a sudden done for you. Mm-hmm. So I think that that's really important. I think that's different. The old model is you sign up, you go to brokerage, and you go sit down and you figure it out. You don't have to figure it out anymore.
Sure.
Jump onto a team and systemize what you're doing.
Yep.
Be consistent. Those are things that I think are really important for new agents to do.
They get that coaching, that mentoring.
Absolutely.
All of that. All right, best business advice, life advice. Give us your wisdom. What do you got?
It can be very difficult, but stay as structured as you can.
Okay.
I think the best business advice I've ever been told, do the right thing and let the cards fall where they may. Sure. And that comes with everything, taking responsibility for situations, that comes with, doing whatever is right for your clients, for your agents, for the people you're working with.
Right. And
let the chips fall where they may. If you screw up, take responsibility for it, and that's all you can do.
Run with it. Yeah.
You got to run with it. So communicate. The best advice that anyone's ever told me is just do the right thing.
Yeah, do the right thing, and then just surrender the outcome. No matter what happens.
No matter what happens.
It's going to come at you, and you just got to handle it, right? I think that's really good. Well, Mark, thanks for sitting down with us today. It's been great picking your brain. Thanks for sharing your time and advice with us. We wish you nothing but luck and good luck in the future. So,
thank you.
You as well. Thanks, bud.